Recognizing when someone is using you for sex can be difficult, especially when emotions are involved. There are certain signs that may indicate a woman's intentions are purely physical rather than emotional or romantic. If she only contacts you late at night or when she wants to meet up privately, it could be a sign her interest is limited to intimacy. She may avoid introducing you to her friends or family, keeping your connection hidden from her personal life. Conversations might revolve mostly around physical attraction, with little effort to get to know you on a deeper level. If plans outside the bedroom rarely happen, and she shows little interest in your hobbies or experiences, her focus might be on maintaining a casual relationship. Pay attention to whether she avoids emotional discussions or deflects when you bring up feelings or future plans. If she disappears after intimacy or becomes distant until the next encounter, it could be another red flag. Remember, healthy relationships involve mutual respect, communication, and shared interests beyond the physical. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to communicate your feelings and boundaries. You think she likes you. She texts late at night. She's always free when you're in the mood. But when you try to connect on a deeper level, it's like talking to a wall. Is it chemistry, or are you just the guy she calls when she's in heat? Let's break it down. 10. Signs she's using you, just for sex, and you don't even know it. Section 1. Why this matters. In a world that's finally recognizing women's sexual empowerment, here's the twist nobody talks about. Sometimes a woman might use a man strictly for sex, no emotional strings attached. And that's okay, if both of you are on the same page. But what if you're not? If you're emotionally invested, but she only shows up when her cravings hit, you're not in a relationship, you're a subscription service. Section 2. Sign 1. She never spends the night. Let's start with the obvious. She never stays over. As soon as it's done, she's grabbing her clothes like she's late for a flight. Signs to look out for. She checks the time right after. She avoids post-sex cuddling. She uses excuses like early morning tomorrow, every time. If she can't even fake a morning cuddle, chances are she's not there for emotional intimacy. Section 3. Sign 2. Zero interest in your life. You ever tell her about your dreams, your job, that family issue you're going through, and she just shrugs or changes the subject? Red flags. She never asks follow-up questions. She only calls or replies when it's about meeting up. You feel more like a body than a being. If she's only interested in your body and not your story, then yeah, you're being used. Section 4. Sign 3. She only texts late night or when horny. This one's classic. Her texts hit only during odd hours, and they're never about how your day went. It's straight to the point. Common lines: I can't sleep. Miss that thing you do. If she treats you like a nighttime craving instead of a daytime priority, you're not her boyfriend, you're her fix. Section 5. Sign 4. She gets irritated when you don't want sex. Let's flip the script. Ever try to just chill with her, maybe watch a movie, and she suddenly becomes cold when sex isn't on the table? Warning signs. She pouts or storms out. She guilt trips you. She doesn't come back again unless she's sure it's going down. Real talk? Emotional connections don't vanish when the clothes stay on. But if hers do, she's not in this for anything deeper. Section 6. Sign 5. No public connection. You've never met her friends. She's never posted you, and God forbid you show up on her Instagram story. Ask yourself, has she introduced you to anyone? Do you go on real dates? Is everything low-key and private? She's not hiding you because she's shy. She's hiding you because you're not a part of her actual life. Section 7. Sign 6. She's emotionally unavailable. Try to talk feelings, and she shuts down. Or worse, she mocks the idea of catching emotions. Sign she's emotionally unavailable. She avoids deep conversations. She jokes whenever things get serious. She says things like, let's not ruin this with feelings. Translation? She doesn't want a bond. She wants a body count with benefits. Section 8. Sign 7. She compares you to her exes, sexually. If she's always talking about her ex, especially in the bedroom, you're not her man, you're her rebound. She might say, my ex used to do this too. You're way better than my last guy. I needed someone to blow off steam with. If you're always in her past's shadow, you're probably just her way of getting over someone not building something with you. Section 9. Sign 8. No future plans. Ever. Try planning a weekend getaway or a future date and she ghosts the convo. She's living in the moment, very specific moments. Signs of no future. She avoids commitment talk. She dodges questions like, "Where's this going?" Every date leads to the bedroom, not a bond. If your whole relationship is on shuffle with no playlist ahead, she's not trying to build, she's just here for the thrill. Section 10. Sign 9. You feel drained after seeing her. This one's powerful. After every hookup, you feel empty, not fulfilled. That's your soul speaking. Emotional signs. You feel like you're giving more than you're getting. You crave more than just sex, but it's all she gives. You feel like you're being used, because you are. If your connection leaves you hollow instead of whole, it's not a relationship, it's a transaction. Section 11. Sign 10. She ghosts you until she wants sex again. She disappears for days, maybe weeks. Then suddenly, she's texting like nothing happened. And what's she asking for? You guessed it. Ghosting pattern. Goes cold with no warning. Comes back with flirtation, not explanation. Leaves again after sex is done. She's not inconsistent. She's using you like an emotional vending machine, just presses the button when she's in the mood. Bonus: why some women do this. Let's be fair, not all women who do this are malicious. Some are emotionally broken. Some are fresh out of toxic relationships. Some are exploring their own sexuality. Reasons could include rebounding from heartbreak, mistrust of men, avoiding vulnerability, wanting power in a past powerless life. But just because someone is healing or confused doesn't mean you have to be collateral damage. What you can do if you're being used. So what now? What do you do if you recognize these signs in your own situation? Your options. Have a real, open talk, define what this is. Set emotional boundaries. Walk away if your needs aren't being met. Your worth isn't tied to how useful you are in bed. Demand love, respect, and clarity or bounce. Sex is great, passion is real. But love? Love is what stays when the sheets are cold and the lights are on. Don't settle for being a side effect of someone else's emptiness. Know your worth. If this video helped you see the truth, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your story in the comments.